They get locked up,
like
they
that dude was just here,
and they go to prison. They say, "I better convert to Islam. That way I'll be protected."
And that's how you had different groups of Islam. You had the Sunnis, you had the this,
and they hate each other, man. The Sunnis and you got the Sunnis and the Shiites. They hate each other more than they hate the fucking white man.
Yeah.
They'll jump over Edomite to get to the next sect, man. Go ahead.
Something for you. Page 92. It says Muhammad, founder of Islam. Muhammad's first principle, which proclaimed Allah is the Lord of the universe and there is no other, is essentially a Jewish doctrine. The phrase, "and Muhammad is his prophet," was added only later. The saying, "no one is a prophet in his own town," held particularly true for Muhammad in Mecca, his birthplace. He was not received well. Mecca was the center of the paganism of the Arabian tribes. Muhammad was forced to flee and to make his hijrah to Yathrib, Medina in 622.
They had to bring the mummies in to protect his ass because they wasn't accepting his religion.
They wasn't accepting that bullshit.
What they were accepting back there before Muhammad, they set his ass up. The Roman Catholic, the Church Fathers, they were believing in, they were heavy into idolatry.
Yeah, the worship of Diana.
They worship 360. The scholars say they worship 360
different gods,
65 or 60 gods, which represent each day there was a god, there was an idol. So what he did was he cut it down to 3. So there was still idol worship.
Yep.
You know?
He named it after his daughters.
Right. Aluza, Alat, and there was another one.
Yeah.
You know?
It says
Aluza, Alat, a slut, and then another one. And then Muhammad is nothing but, Muhammad goes back before, Muhammad goes back, or the religion of Islam, or the belief of Islam, goes back before Muhammad, because it was under the moon worship, the worshiping of the moon god.
right.
Which one of his name was Allah, which was the moon god. That's why the symbol of Islam is the crescent moon and the star.
Right.
You know.
They say that because at night it was so hot during the day they used to travel at night, and that's what they used to guide. That used to be the only light.
So they were worshiping. And give me Deuteronomy 4 and 17.
That's why they made that copper stone on top.
The copper stone was nothing but, they said that was a meteorite sent by Allah for them to. That's not scriptural, man.
They was worshiping that before Muhammad came on the scene. The Arabs was worshiping.
You know what the Bible calls it? Cunningly devised fables.
That's from the church fathers.
Cunningly
The
devised
moon god, well, another name for the moon god was Allah, and he had a wife, and the wife is supposed to be the sun goddess. All right.
Deuteronomy 4 and 17. I start at 16. I start at 15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude.
The Arabs had over 360 graven images, man, that they worship. Go ahead.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them.
That's what them people in Islam do. They worship the moon god, Allah. Go ahead.
And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God have divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
That hits the point.
Yeah.
So that cuts Islam. Go ahead.
Oh, you notice before you make your point, you notice that it says of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. Now, if you look at the so-called Pope with that headdress,
right on top.
There it is, right there.
That's the fish god, Dagon.
Right there, that's right there.
Dagon.
Yep. That's the gaping mouth of a fish. So that they violated that scripture right there, which proves that the so-called Roman Catholic Church is a violation of the scriptures.
I guess so, yeah, that's a violation of the law because you can't worship anything in the heavens.
Yeah, that's a violation. Right, that's a violation of the first commandment. I am the Lord thy power, and thou shalt have no gods before me.
In Hebrew, it's Martazanpa, which is mitre, you know?
There it is again.
But we don't worship that shit.
All right, here's a guy for whole fish.
Wearing it.
Wearing a whole fish.
On his body, a gigantic fish.
No, that's like a fish hat. The turban that we wore just made the squid. It made like a triangle. We didn't worship that. Right. It's called a mitre. That's where they got it from.
And you know the other nations are dumb as hell. How the hell could you worship a fish, man?
Fucking retarded.
And that's why Islam got to kiss the ring of the Pope. Come on,
He's
man.
kissing that boy.
Yeah, you had during the time of the Canaanites, they actually had a priest that would take a big fish and cut the guts out and put it over himself, and they would bow down to this guy. Oh, that's the fish god, great Dagon. I'm dead serious. They call him Dagon, and Dagon is the word Dagon is a Hebrew word. It means fish. All right.
And then when the Ark of the Covenant was stolen by the Canaanites, and they brought the Ark of the Covenant and they had it in there with a Dagon the fish god, a statue. They would wake up and the statue would be laying on the ground.
It would fall down in the hands, everything be broken up on it.
That was the Philistines when they took
the Philistines.
The
Philistines.
Dagon got his ass kicked.
Same motherfucking thing. Canaanites, tall Canaanites.
I just want to point out the reason why he's kissing the Quran because he knows that the Quran, the Islamic yes, goes back to the Roman Catholic Church. He knows
everything that Esau
it's all connected. He knows that. That's why he's kissing that book. He knows that the black popes of Rome came up with that book, that so-called Quran, which the word Quran comes from the Hebrew Quran.
To call. That right there is supposed to be Mary. That's supposed to be the king, the queen of heaven, Semiramis.
Now look at Sabel, right? Which Sabel goes back to worshiping of Diana, which is
Mary.
Which is Islam worship. Now look at Sabel. Look at her head. What does she have on there? Fish. So it's all connected, man. It's all cunningly devised fables. All bullshit.
That's right. Look at on his garment. He's dressed just like comfy, right? That's supposed to be a shell. That's an actual rising sun.
The rising sun.
The sun.
Yep.
Right.
Now, where else have you seen this, you brothers? Those of you that have, where else have you seen the symbol? Well, go to your nearest Shell gas station. Now you know what it's about. It's not talking about Shell. It's talking about the rising sun. Because the guy who owns Shell worships the sun. He's a sun worshiper. So you see, it's all connected, man.
And Mobile has the Pegasus.
Right.
The flying horse.
Right. That's right.
They picked Muhammad up, right?
Yeah, they picked him up.
Yeah.
And dropped him off in heaven.
How come when he leaped off the dome of the rock, Gabriel didn't catch him and he just dropped to his death?
I got something real quick.
What about that?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 13:1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is. Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster, but deemed either fire or wind or the swift air or the circle of the stars or the violent water or the lights of heaven to be the gods which govern the world.
Yeah, that's the Ishmaelite homosexuals. They worship these graven images. They don't realize the graven images that they worship, like the fish and different animals, whatever. There had to be a higher power that created those things. But they're not the children of the Most High anyway. You know, their lot is slavery. That's their lot.
And Ishmael is in cahoots with the so-called white man, with Edom.
That's right.
It tells you that in Psalms 83.
That's right.
And we always get that because it shows you that they're all together. Now, if the so-called Arabs are supposed to hate the white man so much, shouldn't there be riots in the UN when they have their General Assembly?
Right.
You got the seat for Iran, then you got the Ahmadinejad come and make a speech, and the president has to be there.
Right.
Or his representative.
Right.
And the head of that is Esau.
And the head of that is Esau. That's all new. They're all down with the New World Order, man.
Yep. Oh, well, Psalms 83. Psalms 8, and they're all, you know what? They're all down with the New World Order, and they're all against us. They all want to destroy us.
That's right.
And you find that in Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and 2. Well, I'll start at 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who's the Lord's people? Israel, right?
And it said that they're enemies. So how can Edomite be saved when he's in the list of your enemies?
Right.
That hasn't changed.
Right, right.
Moses said he's not a man that he should change.
That's contradictory.
So Esau can't make it because he's your sworn enemy.
That's right.